I sincerely apologize. I lost track of where I was at. It's 2025, and finding internet should not be this hard. Like losing connection for no reason. We're hardwired in, everybody. It's unacceptable. It's really bothering the hell out of me. I'm back. I'm back. Let's see. Let's make sure everything is good to go. Man, live streaming should not be this hard. It should be very simple, right? We'll have that basic understanding. All right. We'll see how this is shown up on YouTube a little bit later. I'm not too worried about it. I don't know who is going to be paying attention. Um, yeah, I guess we're back into it. Okay. Back to what I was saying. Jeez. Apologize. Um, Pitching was super efficient. This was an excellent showing of pitching. So, like I said, I was on talking about the Blue Jays. Um, you had Little, you had I believe it was Varland, and then it was Dominguez, and then Flaherty. I'm losing track. I believe that was all three or four they went to. I'm losing track. It's late. I need to go to bed. Um, but they started losing control, and there was a couple times where the balls it was a pass ball. Menor started taking advantage of that, getting rowdy on the bases. I think Kirk was getting rushed back there, and that's the reason why Randy was able to steal two bags. Um, they were trying to keep tabs on Julio. There was about three pickoff attempts that went down with Julio on second base. Didn't exactly work. It was just kind of random. Didn't look coordinated. I believe even the broadcast brought that up. Um, they were uneasy, and I think this is the first time that the Blue Jays have really been tested in the 2025 playoffs, as far as like being tested with their abilities and like trying to making them play a smart game, where because their bats were just honestly just unstoppable, especially against the Yankees. I made a post a little bit earlier today looking at it. It's a simple nug you can look at and look up, and it's nothing special or like unique. Okay, the Blue Jays put up 10 runs in the first game against New York to start off their playoffs. 10 runs. They won 10-1. There's no nerves. There's nobody that is going that's going against them. There's nobody that is pushing them um to to work harder, to play small ball, to be strategic, because you're just up by so much. There's no nerves that are overwhelming the bullpen because they can't blow it unless they give up 9 runs, which would be insane. Um, so I just got to say, like, this is now officially a series where the Blue Jays might need to buck it up. They might need to really think smarter on the base path, think smarter in strategy at the plate, because the Yankees pitching was was nothing compared to what the Mariners are bringing. And I know this seems so biased, right? Or other side, but realistically, the Yankees pitching was horrendous. Your ace threw like a four. It might have been six something, but I'm going to say four because I don't want to be too exaggerated. It was like a 4.32 ERA in the playoffs. No, your ace can't be doing that. And the Mariners ace hasn't even shown up. Miller is their number 5. Woo is coming back, and he was the ace this season. Logan Gilbert was the ace last season. Luis Castillo was the ace 2 seasons ago. Um, it's it's going to be very interesting for the Blue Jays. I don't want to just make this a Mariners podcast because they are my team. Kevin, what's up? Sorry, I know it's super late. I know you commented. I'm just trying to make up for the lost time because we had so many connection issues, which is annoying the shit out of me. Thank you, man. I am super excited to see the Mariners in the ALCS because the last time they did this, I was 7 years old. I was 7. I've been a fan since I was like 6. I guess 98. So I was even younger. Like that was when I got taken to my first baseball game. Um, and so it's just it is a huge deal for us. And a lot of people will start like talking shit online about how the fans are being over emotional, crying because they're winning and stuff. Like it is emotional for if this was the Rockies and they've gone to a World Series, if they were able to make it to the playoffs, their fan base would probably be just as emotional. And the thing is, though, with the Mariners, and the reason why it makes it so much more extreme is because they've always been one game out, half a game out from the playoffs, just making the playoffs. And they've never gone to a World Series. To where the expansion teams that joined them, coincidentally, at the same time as the Mariners, is the Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays have been to a World Series. It's been a long time, but they have been. Okay. And then the branch off from the Seattle team, the Pilots, is the Brewers. They've been to the NLCS multiple times, and they are now in the NLCS. There's been parts of Seattle and monumental history that is attached to Seattle that has branched off and gotten to where Seattle hasn't. And it's almost like taken away from them. And the fans feel it. And they're frustrated. And now this is finally a year where we have an opportunity to just not be the only team to not even appear in a playoff. So yes, that's a long-winded way of saying that I'm very excited, and this is super awesome for the Mariners team. And I understand that most of the country is like not even about it because we're tucked in the corner of the country, and most of the time everybody's going to bed by the time our game starts because we're on the West Coast. Um, but those who it's very interesting to see the fan bases switch. I know I'm going on a rant right now, but the Yankees seem to be it's very interesting that the Yankee fans are the only ones that are doing this. It seems like they want everybody to lose to the Blue Jays so that they can justify why they lost to the Blue Jays. And it is pure copium. And it's so sad because it's not all Yankee fans, but it is the loud minority that's on Twitter or X. Um, but then everybody else, it's like, okay, like a lot of Guardians fans are now like they push for the Mariners. The Mariners beat the Tigers. Now they seem to be pushing for the Mariners to move on. The ones that have been knocked out are rooting for the other team to win. Can't say much about the Tigers, although again, I made a post earlier, um, and I did an interview with Colby Patnode with Locked On Mariners, and I gave like my props to the Tigers because they were a serious competitive team, and so are the Blue Jays. And that's why this series is so insane. And the fact that the Mariners won tonight, it really like that's monumental for this series. The Mariners need it. I don't get me wrong. Even as a Mariners fan, like I'm not cocky out here. I'm not like a Dodgers fan. Like we're gonna blow everybody out of the water. Okay, no. Wait, most Mariner fans have zero confidence in the team, but they're all 100% hope. There's so much hope to just finally do it. And that is what's driving this fan base and I believe driving this team. We believe in them, but we're also super prepared to be let down because it's every year since the franchise started. Every year it's been that way. We've never won it all. Ever. Never even been to the final two. Ever. So Brandon, let's fucking go, dude. Absolutely. Um, it's born Yankee fans. Good to see other teams make it. Yeah, game 4, 99 World Series. Dude, old Yankees were fun to watch. It was just insane, that roster. Jeter, Hideki Matsui, Giambi, Bernie Williams. But bro, like you had A-Rod, I guess that was controversial, but Posada, you had Messina, you had Andy Pettit, you had everybody. Yeah, that's another thing that um I guess I can kind of, it's very interesting when it comes to these two teams. And there's not much to break down on this game, by the way. Like Cal hit the home run. He's continuing his dominance over the Blue Jays in Toronto. He is just a stud. Honestly, I bet you every Blue Jays fan wishes they drafted Cal Raleigh to play there because he'd probably hit 74 home runs if he was in Toronto. I'm dead serious. He's just that good. Um, and he hits the home run, ties it 1-1. I was super ecstatic. The double was Suarez. I'm trying to remember if I ever had this breaking down. I should have wrote down my notes, but I was just too busy celebrating and being a total child fan for this whole game. Um, the run that was knocked in by Polo, and there was something else. I really wish I wrote down my notes and actually paid attention to it so I can review it. But um, it's it was a low scoring game, like pretty much every single game for the Mariners so far, besides the one they got like smashed, and the bullpen blew it against the Tigers in Detroit. But yeah, there's not much to review. Like it was solid pitching on both sides. Miller, amazing. He scared the shit out of me in that first inning. First pitch, home run. Fuck. Next batter, 12 pitches. Was it 12? To a point where he breaks his kneecap. Like that at bat was insane. He threw 27 pitches in that first inning, and then after that, he figured it out. Hats off to Miller. He's shaking off the rust. It's been a long 72 hours for these guys. The fact that they even pulled a win, I wasn't expecting it at all. Um, they, I was expecting them to take an L. I mean, it's our number 5 starter, and no rest. Their flight was delayed yesterday. Um, you're traveling cross country, but also you have to go do inspections through customs into another country. It's just a lot, man. But the fact that they pulled out with a win, just the resiliency, whew, it's good. And I also mentioned this, and I really do encourage you guys. The interview that I had yesterday with Colby, go watch that as the preview because a lot of it does line up with what happened today. Like this, everybody was talking about the series. If you guys listen to Talking Baseball, John Boy Media, I do. I'll admit it. They're good guys over there. They know their shit. But they did the exact thing that I brought up where they don't dig deep enough. They're like, the Mariners are 2-4 in 2025 against the Blue Jays. When were those games? Prior to the trade deadline, they were in April and May of this year. This is a completely different team. And no, it's not because of the 2 trades. Kirby wasn't pitching. Logan wasn't pitching. Miller was hurt. Like they had no pitching. And they still squeaked 2 games out of 3 in, I believe, the May series. And they had Mastroboni at third, they had Dylan Moore at second, and they had Ben Williamson in there for one of those series. Like it is all guys that are in AAA right now that are not in the bigs, or they're all in Texas. Solano gone, Tellez gone. This is a way better team than what the Blue Jays last saw. There was even the comments. God, I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. Schneider, Blue Jays manager. Let me get this right. I need a producer. Yeah, John Schneider. He made the comments that he's like, oh, yeah, he's Cal Raleigh. He's a 200 hitter. You just need to pitch to him right. Just need to, just locate and we'll get him out. It didn't work out too well, buddy. Like at all. And the fact that you're calling him a 200 hitter is because you saw him as a 200 hitter in the beginning of the series, in the beginning of the season. He was batting 206 at the beginning of this season before the All-Star break. He ended it over 240. I think it was like 247, about 250 ish, with 60 home runs. You just need to know how to put. Well, you didn't pitch him the way you're supposed to. If you say you know how to, you didn't execute because he still hit a bomb off of you. Yes, you did strike him out. The splitters were getting to him. Go for it. Gosman was on top of his game. He was doing good. He was getting everybody with that splitter, and it was hard to read. I was kind of like, eh. And some of them were dropping, and then some of them were tailing out. It was really hard to read. So hats off to him. Mariners don't have to see him for a couple of days, and that's good for them. I don't know who's running like tomorrow. Um, Blue Jays have a good rotation. It's their bullpen that needs to figure it out. Um, it's gonna if the Mariners can continue to get to their bullpen, they only have to tack up ones and twos, and as long as the bullpen for the Mariners are staying on par with the way they have been, Spire came in, scared me a little bit. Randy woke up and made some good plays out there in left field. Um, he's been shaky, but he came through today. Maybe he can get back on track. Bizardo wasn't used. Good. He has a day off. I'm happy with that. Brash was brought in. He was dominant. Um, yeah, Munoz cleared it out. It was a good day for the Mariner pitching staff. It was a good day for Gosman. It was not a bad day for the bullpen of the Blue Jays, but it only takes two. It only takes two more runs to knock it out. I don't know why the flight was delayed. I believe it had something to do with FAA. It's an international flight, so that stuff makes it really hard. Um, yeah, Rowdy was at first back in the day, which was fine. But again, he finished the year batting 208, like and 16 home runs maybe. Um, yeah, the slider was good. Yeah, Savage is tomorrow. We will see if man, he was super dominant against the Yankees. And I will say the Mariners strikeout rate is relatively similar to the Yankees. It's not good. We saw it today. There was a lot of strikeouts. Um, Gino needs to pick it up. Like, you got this power, dude. Focus on your contact. Focus on hitting that ball. Because as you saw, the one he actually got a hold of was 4 inches, 4 inches, 3 inches away from being a home run, and it was a double. Straight dead center. Like, you have the power, man. You need to work on your contact. If Gino can snap out of it and really focus on contact and stop worrying about his power and stop swinging for the fences, he'll do better. It's the same for Randy. He's swinging for the fences. I like that he was more patient today than he was than against the Tigers in the last series. He actually got on base with a walk, but um, he's still just like overdoing with the swings and coming up full whiffs. And if the Mariners can get their batting average collectively, like the entire team, if they all can bat over 200, we're in a lot better spot. If we made it this far and half the team is batting under 200, imagine if they just bumped it up a little bit, because the Blue Jays, honestly, it looked like almost everybody on that team, at least the first five batters, are near 300s. That's how good this offense is against Yankees. Put that caveat in there before we get a little crazy on that one. They just need to calm down and just focus on contact. George Springer he had the perfect momentum this entire game. Like, he didn't do much, but like, what else do you need to do? A first pitch home run? What else does the rest of the team need to see to like get boosted and get going? Um, this is a good offensive team. I don't know. Maybe the pitching was just that good from Seattle, and I would love to say so, but I'm not going to take it for granted and think, okay, we got this in a wrap. Like tomorrow's going to be rough. Back to what I was saying about you, Savage. If he pitches, I don't know if his performance is going to transfer from the Yankees to the Mariners. The Mariners, on paper, players are better than the Yankees team. That's objectively true. The Mariners team is objectively a better hitting team than the Yankees, even if the strikeout rate is similar. Judge is pretty much the Yankees as far as his performance, as far as putting up numbers, as far as them actually having a chance in the ALDS was Judge. Judge, Chisholm came through with 1 home run. Granted, defensively, he blew the game pretty much. The pitching was pretty rough for the Yankees, which is the reason why they couldn't really hang on. But Trent Grisham was kind of gone. He wasn't there. Cody Bellinger was He didn't really do anything. Volpe was tragic. So it's just like we just need to understand that this is a better team. I'm still worried because it's the Mariners, because they always find a way to mess it up. And I can prove it to you because it happened today. Because he was first and third, 1 out, couldn't get anybody home. Did we need it? No. Mariners didn't need it. But it's that kind of shit because one day, one of these games, you're going to need it. And not in that moment, but 2 innings later when the Blue Jays hit a home run, they hit a double. They are on a binge and hit 7 straight hits, like just base hits, because that's what they will do. And you're going to need the insurance to cushion yourself for that blow because it will come. It's the Blue Jays. They are number 1 for a reason. So it's very interesting. What did you guys think of it? I'm still not sure who's going for the Mariners tomorrow. Yes, Padres fan. Lived hour 45-ish outside of San Diego for about 4 years. So I went to a lot of Petco games. They're my NL team for sure. Kind of a sad season this year. That's just another team that just can't figure it out. Is it Gilbert? All right. I mean, he didn't throw that many. That I was at Game 5. He didn't throw that many pitches, but still, like, I'm kind of hoping Wu wants to like jump back in the mix, but we'll see. Yeah, it's going to be really good series for both of them. It's very. I'm pulling for the Brewers. Um, they are the lowest market team in the playoffs right now. That's left. They spent the least amount of money. They picked up players from the White Sox, and they've made it work. Um, and it's been an awesome to watch. I also am biased because I would much rather play the Brewers because I know the Dodgers can hit Mariner pitching. We saw it. Granted, I don't know if the effect, if the effort was really there because we already clinched. So the last 3 games of the series we got swept. So there's my honest, transparent reason why I am rooting for the Brewers is because I think we have a better chance. Granted, destiny is freaking crazy, and it could be the Dodgers, and we could make it to a World Series, and we could pull it off in 7. Could. Baseball's fucky like that, guys. Very, very fucky. Yeah, I'm hoping Wu goes for Game 4 of this series. If not 3, we'll see how he's feeling. It was a pectoral inflammation. It wasn't a strain. It wasn't a tear. Um, it was inflammation, which there are a lot of ways to reduce that inflammation and just rest it and rehab it and do it right. And they have a really good training staff. Um, I think they're just being gingerly so that they don't throw him out there and he gets actually hurt, and then we don't have him for the remainder of the playoffs, however long that lasts. I got the Padres neon light from Amazon, and then Pro LED signs is the Mariner one. They the Padre one was only like $40, but the Mariner one, um, that one was expensive. That was 100 something. So that was an investment. Um, I need to redo this office space. This is just thrown together. As you guys know, I don't know if you guys, I've been gone since May because I moved, and this is my third take with this live stream because internet out here is dog shit and unacceptable for 2025. So I'm glad that we're still live right now. Um, I don't know how the connection looks on you guys' end, but at least you can hear me. So I'm gonna change this up. I'm gonna try and see if I can get more of the. If you guys were here before, I have an obsession with collectibles, mainly signed jerseys, and over the years, I would like to be able to display them specifically for this. So we're gonna change this up quite a bit. Kevin, I mean, here's the thing, man. The reason why I am pulling for the Brewers, and I think it's possible, is because the Brewers are 6-0 versus the Dodgers this year. So the Brewers are the only team that the Dodgers couldn't beat this season. Whether or not that's going to change moving in, because the Dodgers finally found a closer in Roki Sasaki to be dominant, but Blake Trinan's been kind of iffy. Tanner Scott is out. We'll see. We'll see. Blake Snell's been excellent, and I think he's on the hill tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, right now, statistically in the past, I mean, just going off wins again. I haven't really dug into why the games didn't work out. I'm gonna more so guess it's mainly because of the fact that this was when I believe one of the series was when Mookie was sick and lost all that weight, and when he came back, he was kind of like not himself. So, and then Freddie was really cold at the beginning of season 2. So again, caveat: those 6 wins could possibly have been just when they were at their down moment, and they could be much better now. So, I mean, keep that in mind. But granted, also, Kike is not like playoff Kike. From the games I've seen, he's nothing like the last 2 years where he's been insane. Teoscar has been great. He's had a couple errors, but he's been great. Colton says he could see Wu not pitch this series. There is a chance. I mean, again, like I said, they're being super gingerly with Wu right now. That inflammation can turn into a tear, can turn into a strain, can turn into what else could it be? It could just inflame more. It could just be more painful. It could be more restrictive. Um, I I could see him not playing. Um, if he doesn't play, I'm hoping because it's a 4-and-out series, and the Mariners take this 4 games and they go to the World Series, and that is why. Otherwise, which that would be insanely hard. I would really hope 5 or 6 or 7 if it gets to that point, he's in one of those games. And he doesn't have to pitch a full game. He doesn't have to go 5. He can go 4. Get him 4. Make it like a rehab assignment for him. Hey man, go 100%, but we're going to restrict you to 40 pitches, 50 pitches, 60 pitches. 60 is his cap. See how he's feeling. Check in with him in between each inning. See what you want to do. Like, you can baby him, but you can also make him maximum effectiveness to give maximum effectiveness. You can make him effective. Let's just stick with that. While on the mound and not hurting him, while also giving your guys a break. Because Miller, Logan, Luis, Kirby, like they need a fifth. They need a fifth. The 3-day rest thing does not work well. And I don't know if the Mariners really have the depth in the bullpen. Granted, I saw earlier the 13 pitchers. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe there's going to be an opener. Maybe they're going to try the Tigers strategy. Maybe they're going to do an opener. Maybe it's going to be Jackson Cower. And then they're going to throw in Spire. And who else did they add? They added a bunch of them. Ferguson's not in there anymore. They'll throw in Bizzardo for 2 innings. They'll throw in. Oh, God. I wish I had that post pulled up. Do I have that post pulled up? Should probably take a look, huh? Somewhere on Twitter in here. I am super curious. How far back do I need to go? If they did an opener, man, that would be super interesting. I don't know how well it would work because you're going to be throwing out a lot of guys that have not pitched in the playoffs yet, or we haven't seen pitch in the pros in a while. Jackson Cowards, I think he's only pitched like 3 games. I could be wrong. But I'll look this up. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. So we have Bizzardo, Brash. Oh, Ferguson is in there. Okay. Luke Jackson. I should know who that is. I don't. You have Hancock. Okay. Vargas. Opener. You could throw in. Maybe I saw Luke Jackson and I thought Jackson Coer. That was probably my bad. My bad, guys. I'm completely wrong. Okay. Hancock, 2 innings. Luke Jackson, 2 innings. Ferguson, 1 inning. Bizzardo, 1 inning. Vargas, 1 inning. Or mix it up however you want. I don't see why you couldn't do an opener. You only have 2 left-handed pitchers in here, so yeah, it's going to be super strategic. I think most of the Blue Jays lineup is left or is right-handed, so yeah, I don't know, guys. I thought Jackson, maybe he's still hurt. I'm not sure. I obviously have been a little bit too removed from this whole thing. Yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping Wu, if 4th, 5th, or 6th game or game 7 as a surprise, that'd be awesome. I would have total confidence in him. I would prefer it maybe the 6th if it's going 7. That way it's not do or die after being gone for so long. And just see. By the way, game day, thanks, dude, for subbing, man. I appreciate it. I've been gone. This channel has been dead in the water since May. And I'm back. I'm back. I'm getting back into it. We're doing more scripts. I'm gonna do a lot more interviews and long form talks instead of just the quick clips, because honestly that stuff takes a lot of time and I'd rather just get more content out there instead of waiting a couple days to edit and do all this crazy stuff. So give you guys some behind the scenes look since you guys are here. Um, I think there's a lot of euchre magic over in Milwaukee too. Yeah, Jackson's on the roster. Nah, Kevin. So I actually talked with MLB on the phone at a conference call with them about last season's whole thing. Um, and they weren't willing to budge as far as the legality. They were going to, no matter what, strike whatever content they could, even if they gave me permission. And YouTube has a kind of an automatic system. So um, the the problem, without like too much information, like basically it's they try to keep it cut and dry, even though technicalities of what YouTube's policies are, we were well within because I wasn't playing any audio. It was just a visual. It was a small corner of the screen. It was my take and analyzing of what the footage is. And it was around that same time they started like really restricting the timestamps on how long you can have footage used for your own creations. So it went from like 20 seconds down to 10 down to like 7. So there's a lot of back and forth there. They weren't by like MLB was not like assholes about it at all. So I will give them that. I just also was trying to um, try to find a common ground and make it work so that people can actually watch the game, but they would the caveat is that you have to listen to me talk, which that sucks. Oh, you're asking if you're going to the stadium for game 3 and 4. Probably not. They're midweek, man. Tomorrow's game is like 1 p.m. Pacific time. I still have a job. I still work full time. So the other games, I'm assuming are going to be. I mean, they might be at 5 or something like that. But I'm also like I go to a lot of games, but it's a drive for me. So and plus, these tickets are not cheap. I was sitting bleachers for the DS, and that was like multiple three digit numbers. So, um, if I'm gonna go to a game, because I think I went to the best playoff game so far. It's got to be a World Series game. But I was already looking. They're $1,300 each for like dog shit seats. So we'll see. If I do, it's gonna be last minute. And it's got to be like someone just trying to get rid of the tickets. So we'll see. I have no idea. Um, but yeah, all right. I'm getting off topic here. Um, Mariners win game 1 against the Blue Jays. Against my better judgment, I thought they would just let this one go and then get after the next few days. This is a great cushion for them to have. We'll see what happens tomorrow. You Savage getting on the mound is going to be interesting. Something definitely to watch how his control works. Um, see how he commands. He's been dealing with a lot of stuff off the field because of the Yankees fans that have been trashing his family and attacking him online. And he openly said in a press conference today. So we'll see where he is in a mental state going into tomorrow's game. Granted, I think he's tough enough; he'll be fine. But that stuff does get to you, especially when you're worried about your family or you are taking on the burden of being the one reason your family or your girlfriend or your friends are being hassled by random people who have no idea who you are personally, and you're just attacking because you're mad about your team losing, which is stupid. Um, I thought it was a 4 p.m. It's a 4 p.m. Eastern game tomorrow, Brandon. That's that's what it said. It said 4 p.m. Eastern on the TV. I can look at it again, but I'm pretty sure that's when the game is tomorrow. So it would be a 1 because it's Eastern time. So it'd be a 1 o'clock game for Pacific Standard Time. Um, yeah, we'll see. Um, Walter's on the mound. Hopefully, he'll be Breaking Bad and messing up the Blue Jays a little bit, making them tweak. These are bad references. Um, before you get off, I'm going to see. Is this fool up right now? He has to be. We're at 40 minutes. You guys are hanging around for a little bit? Let me see. Let me get. Mm. Give me a second. Well, while I work on this, predictions for tomorrow. Um, Low scoring game again. I don't. I don't think. I don't know how they're going to handle Logan Gilbert if they weren't really able to handle Miller, and Miller has been again the worst one of the season so far. Um, uh, it's going to be a big question mark. They might just recoup. I don't ever want to doubt the Blue Jays this season. They're just that good. But they have a much bigger challenge with Logan up on the mound, and I think he's feeling himself. So um, same thing though for Trey Savage. He's coming off an awesome game against the Yankees. That has got to feel good. Granted, he's dealing with all that personal shit I was talking about. So there is a possibility that could diminish him, and it does only take 1 to 2 runs to make this happen. Again, there could be that one bullpen guy that can give up 1 run. So I'm gonna put it like a 4-2 game. And I'm gonna go with Mariners, but I don't think they're gonna get their 4 off of you Savage. I think they might get 1, and that's about it. We'll see. You Savage has never pitched against this team, so it's really hard to know how he's gonna pan out, um, which is interesting. Um, yeah, it's a it's gonna be a fun game no matter what. I'm really looking forward to it. I want to get a Blue Jays fans perspective in here. These are always better when you have 2 people instead of me talking to myself. Um, let's see here. I think I need to go check. I have a buddy I want to bring on, but I don't know if he's still live right now. Oh, he is live. That's why. All right. All right. Well, in that case, I would encourage you guys all to go to Jim Riley's channel and go check him out. He's having a long form conversation. I don't really have anything else left for you guys. It was a great game for the Mariners. A great game, honestly, for the other team as well. It's just so happened that the pitching came out and showed up. The batting for the Mariners didn't show up, but luckily, our so far MVP for the playoffs, Jorge Polanco, Jesus, he's come through. So, uh, yeah, that's gonna be it. I love you guys. I will see you guys probably tomorrow after the game. We will see whenever I get home because I think this game's gonna be going on um, when I am working. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it off. So jump on over to Jim Riley Live. Go check out his stuff. I'm gonna pop over there and just see what he's talking about. Take some notes, and maybe I can figure something out with him because it'd be lovely to have some Blue Jays candid talk. Uh, I'll see you guys, Kevin, Brandon, game day. If I'm scrolling through all the names and stuff like that, I will see you guys